It's crazy, man. Oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Tis tis tis. I've been peeping game that it's a lot of Africans around us, y'all. I'm thinking that it was a lot of us and stuff like that. I'm thinking, oh man, it's a lot of melanated. Like it's a lot of Africans, y'all. It's a lot of Africans around us. It's a lot of them that's mixed too. There's a lot of people that's mixed with African, and they sitting back, they monitoring. They like monitoring spirits. I've been noticing that too. They monitoring us because they trying to pick out, oh, like, what I'm saying, who's the full pure ones. Let's check them. Let's find out who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's look around. I've been peeping game on that, and a lot of these people pretending like they don't got no African parent. Talking about some they FBA. Talking about some, oh, I'm African American, and they pretend like they're one of us because they was probably born here, grew up around us, so they know the ins and outs. It's like a secret agent type vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost some secret agent type stuff. Let me peep game and get up in here and try to manipulate y'all so that we can continue down this path. Only insanity would breed something like that, man. Come on now, look at the state of our community, man. Clearly that ain't working, so that mean that we dealing with devils. Anybody that's sitting up here and can't see the reality of the situation without using their spiritual mind, they work for the devil, bro. They work for these devils, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They submitted to the will. That's why I got the docile, man. Y'all see what what I say about the docile? That's exactly what they are. The strong think. Thinkers are the strong ones. Thinkers are the strong ones in society. Thinkers is what made these cars that we driving in. The toothbrush you brush your teeth with. The toilet you sit in to take a dump. That's what the thinkers is. The thinkers are always the ones that's ridiculed, right? The thinkers are the ones that's always looked down upon. It's good to be a thinker. It's good to be outside the spectrum. All right? That means you ain't submit to the devil. That means you ain't submit to the beast. They want y'all to submit to the beast. Call yourself black. Submit to the beast. Call yourself black. Submit to the beast. That's what they want. And if you try to step outside of that, then they're going to try to Agent Smith you. They're going to try to Smith you, man. They're going to try to turn you into them. On some diabolical evil stuff. On some spell ritual work. You want me to be you? Look at you. You can't even think for yourself. Talking about some you want me to be like you. We all black. I ain't black. What you think this is, man? Knowingly or unknowingly. Black ain't nothing spiritual to claim. That ain't nothing spiritual. That ain't nothing to be going up with. Talking about some I'm black and I'm proud when we know pride is the way to destruction. Talking about some I'm black and I'm proud. Ain't nobody black and proud. I'm Indian. And I love it. I come from castle builders. That's what I come from. That's what I come from. Castle builders. Love and abundance. I don't come from people that will sit around here, you know what I'm saying, stand in tents and stuff like that. Maybe for an occasion, for like a ceremony, probably go out there and go camping or something like that. But I ain't on some being here for thousands of years and no, man. No. Our people was not staying in no tents. We was staying in castles. Castles, man. Wearing gold. Beautiful buildings. Beautiful buildings. We wasn't on this stuff they own. They built such a disgusting empire. This is the beast now. This is the beast. The beast took over, man. Ran through the woods attacking us, man, with all types of, with the help of these Africans, man. These folks came over here invading us through the different ports. You had the different ports that we had to guard, that our people guarded. You had the Amarouge, right? You had the Haitians, right? Haiti. You had the ones, the Seneca. Everybody had their little station. Guard this place, man. Somehow these folks got up in there, though. And we know who it is, too. How did you get up in here? Then they grabbed some of y'all and snatched you. They grabbed some of us and snatched us and took us to different places, man. This is some serious business right here, man. This is serious. This is extremely serious, man. The beast is running the world into the dirt, man. Into the bottomless pit. Into the grave, man. The beast is, every time we walk out here, we surrounded by people that is control and work for the beast. The system. This entity. Way too close. Way too close, man. We surrounded by the evil of the earth. The wicked, man. I said this before in the other live. I said, also contemplate this. If Africa is supported by the world, and we know the world is wicked, what should that tell us? And we know the world is wicked, what should that tell us? Continent and them ish people is supported by the whole world. What should that tell us? What the French toast should that tell us? That should tell us everything we need to know. Everything we need to know. And we see they be two peas in the pie too. They be two peas in the pie. They be together. They've been in Europe this whole time together. You don't believe me? Matter of fact, I want y'all to drop a 1 right now, man. If you're new, I want you to drop a 1 right now. Drop a 1. Too many of these people claiming to be from Nubia came in my live. That's crazy. They're not Nubians either. Them people in that, let me tell y'all something, that the ones over there in that continent are not. They're not the ancient Egyptian, right? They're not the Nubians. They actually unalived the originals and took them as prisoners. They won't tell y'all that, but they took a lot of our people that was in that continent as, let me tell y'all something, man. They are sick in the head. Yes, they are sick in the head. And you know what's crazy too? Contemplate this. Even when the establishment of Liberia, when Liberia was established, when we went over there in the 1800s, the early 1800s, and established that place, they said the natives said that we waged WAR against them. I know doggone well we not like that, man. We don't go into somebody else's. We don't do stuff like that to a whole demographic. We go to an uninhabited space. We don't go into somebody else's home and take what they got. We go in an uninhabited space. So if we went to Liberia, pick game on this, right? Our people go into places that have nobody living there. That's where we go. They come where we are at, and then they try to take it over. Think about it. El Mina Castle. That castle was there before those Africans that's there today. That castle was already there because we were there before they got there. For example, think about Cape Verde. Cape Verde was uninhabited. Cape Verde was uninhabited. Our people go to places there's nobody there. So those people that's in West Africa today are not originally from there. Think about that. They're not from there. They're not from there. That means they invaded West Africa. That's what this means. The people that control it today are not from West Africa. They're not from there. They're foreigners. They're foreigners. They are. Look at this African in the comments calling us a slur in his language. Look at that. That lets you know these people have the worst intent for you. Look at that East African. Look at him saying that J word. Y'all know what that means? Look at him saying that in the comment section right now. He tried to be funny. Goodbye. Goodbye. You're gone. Can you, matter of fact, secrecy type stuff, man. That's that secrecy. That's that secrecy type. These people are not from there. And them East Africans ain't from there. Them let me. I'm trying to put y'all on game right now. Game on this. The West people, the people in the west part of that continent, those people are mixed. The east part of the continent, they're mixed. The south part, they're mixed. The north part, they're mixed. They're mixed. They're mixed people. The people in the west migrated there. The people in the east migrated there. The people that's in the south migrated there. They migrated there. And they know this. And I've been on these Yorubas behinds lately. No Yoruba want the smoke. No Yoruba want the smoke. None of them. Because they know doggone well none of their people was being taken over here. They know doggone well. And them people from the Congo. The so-called Congo. Y'all gave all them names to that place. Especially after the Berlin Conference. Y'all think y'all slick. Y'all needed help. Y'all did. And y'all trying to use us as a source of power to keep yourself running for your wicked deeds and your beast system. Y'all are the beast. Right? The beast system. That's what we dealing with right now. The whole world is keeping us captive right now. Because they make they little... There's so many things I want to tell y'all, but I can't say it here. Can't do it here. Just know they're keeping you captive as we speak. And one key factor, learn how to ignore them. That's one of the best things you're going to know how to do, is learn to ignore them. Learn to ignore them and also to block them very quickly. Do not let them get you out of pocket ever, because they devils. The devil tempts you. Okay? The devil tempts you to get upset, right? And once you get upset, they're trying to attempt to make you look not credible. It's all psychological spell work. And they've studied much about the psyche. They won't tell you this, but they have. Okay? And they sit back and they observe. You must go within and bring peace to yourself, because they're going to try to tempt you to get out of character. Because once you get out of character, even if they're spilling a lie, it makes them more believable. Because the narrative, the wicked world defends Africa's narrative. It's 2 to 2. It's together. The wicked world defends the narrative that everybody comes from them. The system defends Africa. The YT people defend Africa. The Dravidians defend Africa. The Chinese defend Africa. The narrative that everybody comes from them. So this should tell us everything that we need to know. That they all are the same. And they all are interconnected and related. This is what this means. That's exactly what that means. They all related. We know this. Man. Man. Yeah, y'all give me 1 second, man. I just actually splashed water on the dashboard. right, y'all give me a second. Let me go plug this up real quick. Dang, why it glitch out like that? Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at this real quick. Let's do this real quick. Let's find it out. I was showing this last time to a certain degree. Let's do this real quick, right? Okay, right? So last time we going over how we showing the relationship, right, of the Africans, right? So-called, right? So-called. And these entities they tell us to stay away from. They are interconnected. They are family. Okay? These people are family with each other. They share a similar ancestry. They have similar ancestry. All right? They increased the intelligence of these people. Okay? So they help them to a certain degree. Right? And you can see that these people been inside Europe this whole time dealing with these albinos. Right? Because they not fully a part of these people either, these Africans. But that's a whole nother topic. These YT people come from another certain thing, right? Hold on. Let me show y'all something. This is what we were showing. This is what we were showing. We've showing that Africa has always had a relationship 1600s and before. 1500s, 1700s. Going way back when these people are interconnected. Right? And clearly, you can see a smile on her face, on both of their face. They have about the same smile in their face. And this is from 1655. But Africa claimed that they were colonized by these people. Right? They claimed that they were colonized. But when I see stuff, I see the YT albinos being servants. Then they send a bunch of millions of Slavic poor YT people, albinos, over to America. Yay or nay? Then weren't a bunch of YT people so poor that they had a famine and a plague, but they tried to convince the populace that only pale people was in Europe, in the location of modern Europe since the 1600s. So if y'all been in Europe since the 1100s, because I can pull up something from the 1100s showing that y'all was in Europe. If y'all been inside those certain locations for hundreds of years, then that would mean that you guys, what the French toast was going on when y'all claimed that people went from Europe to the west coast of Africa, modern Europe. I don't even think that's Europe for real. I think it's some other type. I think that land has a different name. I think y'all invaded Europe, and then from Europe, you followed the trail to go to West Africa, where it was already Indians there before you. right? The Portuguese castle, Elmina, right? And also the Cape Verdeans. And you invaded them. You invaded the people that was in the west coast of Africa that was there before you. Now, nobody would sit to think that, would there be another population there before the Africans? Nobody would think that. But then let's pull it back. I've always asked Africans this: where are the ancient remains to prove that y'all were there for thousands of years? Nobody has shown me yet all these remains. We haven't even found a grave site that's thousands of years old. We haven't even found not one grave site of the people. They said that we came from over there. So here's two things to that. Either we're not from there, right? This is two sides, or they're covering it up, because it shouldn't take hundreds of years to find a grave site of one of our ancestors in one of those countries. The fact that 12 million people supposedly went missing, that's the size of a country. So a whole country worth of people went missing in that continent, but nobody has no gravesite. Nobody has no houses that was left behind, no land. That would be millions of acres of land that belongs to us, right? I mean, the fact that you say that 12 million people were snatched, that's very convenient. That's weird. Then we see over here. Let's go. I had to pull this up with the doggone NAs. Right? We're just going through some of the stuff we went through last time. We can get into some new stuff. Right? But y'all see what I'm looking at right here? This is a Native American headband or bracelet. This is just, it's just beadwork, right? It's the beadwork they doing. And I was taking a look at this and I said, dang, this kind of looks like, let me see, there we go. There we go. The same style that the Zulus use in South Africa. There is some type of weird connection with African culture and Native American culture. And shout out to Kay for this, right? Because she pulled up the little lip plates and stuff like that. There's this weird connection, right? It's like they all have this barbaric nomad type of traditions, right? That they do, not culture, because they ain't cultivate nothing. They hunt, they unalive animals and rip, eat them raw. Okay, both of those populations. Very probably why we barbary. Okay, you see at the top how the designs go, and then you see at the bottom with the Zulus. So how in the world did the beadwork of the beaded headbands, how did they come up with these same ideas? Huh? Nobody's been able to answer this question, right? The most simplest things. How did the Native Americans have beaded headwork, right, over here with a similar style that you can confuse for being South African? Both of these are headbands. Both of these are headbands. Now, some ignorant somebody would say that this is coincidence because they don't have their own brain. Okay? We know, right, because we don't submit to the beast nor the way of the system, all right, and how they want us to perceive stuff no more. Tis, no. No. I call them the docile devils. They want you to be like you. I mean, they want you to be like them. The docile devils, DD. And then we took a look at this. Hold on, gotta let it load up because apparently it ain't trying to load. The clothes that they're wearing. Look at the clothes that they're wearing. Now, this wouldn't be so convincing if they didn't have our clothes on, right? Or of how they trying to make it seem like they, be messing around. They also had, editing and stuff like that. But the idea that they're trying to make us perceive that these people were wearing these clothes over here in America for how long? See, it wouldn't seem so convincing if them clothes wasn't on them, would it? That wouldn't seem so convincing. So why are they wearing suits, vests, bowler hats, beaded jewelry that's similar to the style of South Africans? Huh? Bandanas, ascots. Huh? European. You see that one at the top with the cross in the same style that the Haitians wore in the Haitian Revolution? That jacket he wearing? Why the French toes? Nobody had sit up here and ask this question. Why are they wearing those clothes in these pictures? So they was dressed up in those clothes. They were dressed up in those clothes. They were. Because if you would remove that and they would have nothing on, saying that they were the spiritual leaders of the earth wouldn't seem so convincing, would it? Exactly. Now you got these people out here that have all that Denisovan in them, claiming that they are the ones that built those temples down in Mexico. Now, who honestly would believe? Because they didn't have those clothes on, so we just gonna say they were Beckett, if you catch what I'm saying. So you telling me why they was Beckett, right? They was building them temples. Okay, buddy. Sure. And they was building them big old structures that's made out of pure stone in the star forts that's located all throughout this land. Does that make any type of sense? Does that make any type of sense? No. No, it don't. So while they had no clothes on, apparently they was making structures that look like, let's see if I can get the load. That look like this, right? And that look like, dang, man. I'm trying to get this one to load. Give me a second. And that looked like this. And then they destroyed it. They destroyed it. They showed it. They came through destroying this building, this structure. And they destroyed this. So y'all telling us that a bunch of y'all claim. So who do y'all think built this, right? For all you naysayers, right? Let's expose your devilish ways, right? Who do y'all think built this? When this was here in San Francisco in the 1800s, who do y'all think built that? When they took this picture, clearly it's already built. And I haven't seen a picture or a photo of it getting built. I just seen the finished product. This already made in the early 1900s. So exactly who built this? If most of these YT Slavic people, right? These actually they the black people, right? These pale people coming over here by the millions, who built this? Who built this? All you people that keep saying we did nothing in America, who built this? Because my grandfather was a Mason. And his father was a Mason. And his father was a Mason. They built homes, structures that can, you know what I'm saying? So who built this? I really want to hear what the Africans say out their mouth. Who built this? Because if they say it's the YT people, they ain't even nothing to say to that. You just should block them. There's nothing to say to that. Then it pulled me to this point too. Boom. Same thing with this. These are Mayan. These are Maya structures down in Mexico. So the same demographic of people that I showed y'all before that was consuming raw BOOD, right? It's supposedly the ones that built this. But for you to be creative, you have to be spiritual. And there's nothing spiritual about drinking an animal's BOOD. There's nothing spiritual about that. That is beastly. That's no better than a dog or some type of animal that's what they say, feral, right? Extremely hungry and has lost its mind. The most creative people built these. You don't go from building this, right? And then saying that you would stand in a tent for thousands of years. What are you doing? Were you staying in a brick home or were you staying in a tent? Which were y'all doing? Because if y'all started to say certain things, it ain't gonna seem so convincing. Were you staying in brick homes or were you staying in a tent? Were you staying in castles or were you staying in tents? Were you building pyramids or were you staying in tents? Were you doing agriculture or were you unaliving buffaloes? What were you doing? You keep trying to say that you was doing both of those at the same time when those two natures don't coincide. It's not the same. So y'all didn't build these. You didn't build this. Nomads stay in tents. Nomads. Nomads. Quick built homes made out of sticks. That's what nomads do. Let me see. Let's take it back. Oh, that one's a good one. I probably could go ahead and show that one, but I want to make a video on that first. I want to make a video on that first before I do that. Man, oh man. Yeah, I ain't trying to skip too far ahead because I got to get that whole thing right. And certain, I gotta piece this together, right? These same demographics that was right unaliving these animals and what's name out the chest, and then they would take the thing that beats, and then they would take a chunk out of it. Are the same people they saying were the Maya? Look at what we looking at here. Okay, just really, I'm trying to watch what I say, but look at what we looking at here. Do y'all honestly believe that certain individuals that we see and perceive on the screen, right, was the Maya catching lice? So they were the Maya. So the people that can catch, that attract lice, right, naturally, were the Maya, the Norse, the Caribs, the Cherokees, Chera. I'm gonna just say Chera or Sarah. The Sarai people. The people of the Bermudas, right? Jamaica. People that naturally attract lice were all these people, and they inhabited the entire other side of the earth. So the entire other side of the earth were lice catchers. But yet they stayed. So you stayed in the most abundant land of herbs and fruit, but you ate the animals? What? That don't even make sense. So these are the people, right, that Africa defends and say that you have to be mixed with them to be the spiritual people of the earth, to be the most creative people on the earth. You have to have them in you to exist. This ain't funny. You know what? It is a little funny because of how ignorant it is. But it's not funny because y'all acting like some devils, diabolical devils, diabolical. It's like diabolical demon work. They saying we gotta have certain people's genetics, right? As we see, right, to be original to this land. So people like this apparently are the originals, and we the ones that's trying to be like them, the ones that was taking chunks out of the beating things in people's chests. So we trying to be like them. Ain't that right, Africa? We trying to be like them. They digging holes in grounds like, man, let me watch what I say. Let me watch what I say. But digging holes, like, yeah, now I can get it off the screen. Now I can say what I want to say. Digging holes in grounds like a jackal or a meerkat, so they can stay warm and coming out when it's not so hot and attacking. I'll be easy, Mr. Cross. But let's just be real, man. Come on now, let's be real. Do we have anybody new right now? Do we have anybody new?
So what are we talking about?
We talking about well, I was just informing real quick, but we just showing the difference. We showing the difference. We see one, they have more like a clear energy and aura, more innocent aura, while the other one has a more sinister aura.
Are you talking about between the YT and the African?
What we got on the screen?
Oh, okay, you're comparing. Okay, okay.
Yeah, they got more sinister energy about them. All them rituals they doing catching up to their face. Mm-hmm. See, we'll go insane if we do what they do, and that clearness in our eyes will fade away. It sure would. Mm-hmm. They working with dark energy. Yep. Sorcery. They working with sorcery and all types of evil presence. Like you want evil energy. They invited in. They invited in. Huh?
I agree.
Mm-hmm. It's showing up in their face. They be playing around with BLOOD. They be playing around with their BLOOD, animals BLOOD, and they probably playing around with our BLOOD inside them labs. They sorcerers. They are. They are sorcerers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. They made a deal with Satan. Now it's catching up to them. They made a deal with the synagogue of Satan. Them doggone lice catchers. Mm-hmm. They intermarry with them. They do rituals with them. Mm-hmm. Now they feeling some type of way. Yup. It's not our energy at all. We are not them. I mean, look at their vibe and stuff like that. This is the reason why I'm showing it, right? Because they always trying to say, "Oh, you trying to play games?" No, I could find some. I could find some similar. Nah, it still looks different though. Because look at their noses. Look at their noses and their whole aura in their eyes, the inside of their eyes, and
It just looks dark.
yeah, like it still looks different. Now I try to find like a similarity, but it's still different. Like if I was hanging around them, if I had to bring my younger siblings, if like or some young children, they'll probably feel scared hanging around them or like something wrong with them. But if I bring them around us, the ones that say American, children will love them. Hmm. I can feel their energy just by looking at these photos. Yep. Hello, C3. And no, I would not stop talking about that continent. I would not stop doing that. You know why? Because y'all sat up there and lied to our people for decades. You want me to stop talking about you so that you can keep on with your wicked rituals and your spell work. Y'all wanna unalive, y'all wanna sacrifice us for the benefit of your country and your ego. That's what they want to do. They want to sacrifice us for the well-being of their pride and their country. That's the reason why they defame us. To defame somebody is a form of a sacrifice. They have to sacrifice us. If y'all catch what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying? Just replace it with an S. They have to sacrifice our image every day as a ritual to keep themselves on top. That's what they're on here every day. That's a ritual they're doing. And they're dealing with spell work and sorcery, repetition. Keep on with the keep on until they finally go back to sleep. This is a ritual they're doing every single day. If it's not one, it's the other.
Yep. They're most definitely using spell work.
Yep. I had said I hope the devil dragged him to the bottomless pit. One of them got up there. Why would you say that? I mean, you made a deal with him. You made a deal. I hope that y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all made a deal with certain entities. You did. You made a deal, bro. Y'all made those deals intentionally. And you still persist in it to this day. So yes, when you make a deal with dark forces and you deal with wicked deeds, guess what's gonna happen to you?
It's gonna be time to pay the piper.
Yep. Y'all sold y'all souls just to gain the world. That's what it says. What profits a individual, right? It says man, but what profits, a person, right? To gain the whole world and then lose their soul. Y'all wanted the world so bad, right? The land that we had, you made a deal with the devil. You made a deal with the devil. You wanted the world so bad, you made a deal with the devil. Africa. That's as far as your spiritual life goes, is what you can grab and put your hands on. Crazy. You can't see beyond the veil. You only see what you can see. You can't see beyond it. Nor do you have them thoughts. Nor do you receive the messages. Nor do you even understand what you do in its fullness. Now the intent of what you do, you perceive, you know it full well what you do is wicked. And y'all know full well y'all people do wicked rituals. But you persist in it anyway. Because y'all don't have that righteousness in you like you claim you do. Like I said, if we know the world is wicked, the world defend Africa, that means that y'all are wicked. That's exactly what that means. That's why I tell kinfolk we are the most spiritual on this earth. Don't neglect that. Because once you neglect that, that's when they get you. Don't ever let these people gaslight you. Once they gaslight you and you believe how they gaslight you, you are under their spell. And one of the ways they use spell work is comedy. Or like I keep telling y'all, which is conditioning or a responded conditioning, right? A persistence. One of the quotes they use is, "Do y'all have a job?" Right? Uh, y'all need to be focusing on the YT man. Right? That's another one. These type of quotes. Here's another one. You guys don't love yourself. You are ashamed to be black. These are all spells. How many times have y'all heard that? Exactly. That's a spell. It's not wrapped in truth. It's not wrapped in love. It's wrapped in a spell, a lie. Because they didn't ask us, do we love ourselves? They spoke it. They put in their extra work to try to get y'all under their spell. Hear my words. That's why they say, listen, listen. When y'all stand up there talking to them and they say, listen, listen, are you going to let me finish? Listen, listen. Are you going to let me finish? Let me speak. Yes, yes. If y'all pay attention to how they talk, like I'm a super aware person now. I didn't know half this stuff years ago, but now I know. You know, now I know, and I see the spells they use on our people. And the reason why you get frustrated is because you don't know how to exactly expose this. You don't know what they're doing. You feel that it's wrong though, so you get frustrated. That's why you said, well, how do I combat this? How do I stop this? Because it's a spell, dark magic, sorcery. They're the main ones being doctors, right? Not the main ones, but a lot of them become doctors and nurses. Sorcery. And they speak lies, which is spells. How you say, oh, you're talking about magic. Words are magic. It molds and shapes the perception of reality. So if you sit up here and you tell somebody a lie and they believe it, you just put them under your spell. And they know that's what they're doing. You made them believe in something that didn't happen. You didn't even give them a chance. You took advantage of their empathy and their love and innocence for the well-being of whatever you want to gain. That's wicked. That's the work of Satan, bro. That's why I call them the synagogue of Satan, and they made deals with devils. Nobody else would do that besides a wicked person. Oh, KB's not a bad person. What did KB say? Because I saw him get muted. KB been with us for a good minute. That's why you have to spell words. Sword. Peace. Yeah, they don't like when I start speaking about these things, right? Y'all see how they start to get a little quiet? Y'all peep game when it starts to get into the spiritual stuff, they start to flee. That's why we're not supposed to neglect our spiritual self. Cause we ain't nothing, we ain't just a sack of flesh now. So we not supposed to be operating like that. That's why I said we have to step into our spiritual selves because we're stronger than them. When it comes to spiritual stuff, we're way stronger than them. We can't defeat them with darkness. I'm telling y'all, that's not, we can't defeat them with darkness. We have to defeat them with our creativity and our spiritual self. And our creativity matches up with our intelligence. They can't stop us when we operate like that. And they know that. That's why they try to make you be like them and bring you down to what they're doing. They start calling you names, gaslighting you. You know what I'm saying? They want you to do what they do, to be like them. And all you got to do is learn their ways. And once you learn their ways, you can outdo them in anything. Trust me, you can outdo them. See, I learned, I've been learning their little ways and how they do stuff and how they maneuver, right? Even right now, some of them listening to me. And they perceive that even by hearing what I'm saying, somehow they gonna come out with another creative way to stop it. Right? That's how they move. That's exactly how they move. I can sense them. I can feel them. I don't have to see them. And that's exactly the stuff I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. And y'all need to be aware and listen to that. And that right there is going to help you. That's going to help you. That's what makes us us. And that's the thing they try to distract you from. And I had to remind myself of that. Say, dang, they trying to distract us from our spiritual selves. They trying to distract us from really going in with our creative selves, our loving selves. That's what we are in nature, in heart. We're loving and spiritual people, man. That's the first thing above all. That is the first thing above all. That's what, and I've been paying attention as well. Like that's what I'm saying. I got a new term though. I call them DDs. I know that sounds crazy. Double D. Docile devil. And this goes to other demographics as well, and even unfortunately some of our people. Once you take upon the ways of these people, you are now a docile devil, a double D. Docile means that you easily submit. You easily submit. So you can sit up here and, we sit up here saying we're not black. And they say, we are black. Everybody looks at us as black. A docile devil. Because we can't hold no more punches back. With how people that's out here that's all moping and dragging their feet, oh, we were nothing but SLAVs and we're all black to the YT, man, and yeah, man, just go about your life and just let it be, man. Stop going to the past, man. That's all devil. Yeah. Come be like me, man. Come be dragging your feet like me. Be upset like me. Be wasteless like me. Waste your time like me. Deal with the devil like me. That's what they are. Docile devil. We all black. We all clouded. We all don't know who we are. We all the same. Docile devil. And typically, when you pay attention to what a docile devil say, it's typically something that open the enemy say out in the open. That's why I said Africans and what the YT people say, there's no difference. They both say the same thing about us. The world has a narrative that they've pushed about our people. So anybody that says anything that the narrative says about our people are the people that have destroyed you back in the back end, that have continued to manipulate your people and have inserted themselves, get your hand out my pocket moments. Because I think about it like, and this been I've been meditating on it since last year, man. We're such a peaceful people, man. We're such a calm, forgiving people. I don't know why, to a certain degree. I do know some of us will get angry and we will do something, but it takes a lot for us to get angry. It does. But I've been meditating on this. I'm like, all these little moments where we can't come together. What if it's an African that inserted themselves into our community to always keep an eye on us to make sure that it never grows? Get your hand on my pocket. When Malcolm was in the podium and it was a melanated person that did that, get your hand on my pocket. Pow! Right? I'm thinking to myself, like, they most likely got to them when they were young, manipulated them, right? How they manipulate some of us right now to call themselves African American, got them to say something on video, right? To perpetually use that as a spell to show it to us when we're children over and over again to put us under a spell. So first they put them under a spell, right? Then gave them a position of power to be able to say stuff on their media, right? Openly, record it, and then perpetuate it for decades. Spell work. I see what they do. It's very diabolical, very evil. And they think it's that easy to program us. They think it's that easy to manipulate our minds. So first, do that to Malcolm. Say that Malcolm was all about that Africa stuff, right? So was Martin. So was all them other people. Well, Martin less, but the people around that time. Africa, 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 Africa. And then as soon as you said something, somehow your power was stripped. And then somehow when they start to make a turn, they got unalived. So then they captured, because I think about two things like Malcolm said right before that time that he got unalive. He said they're bringing immigrants over, right? Giving them, what did he say? Doggone, what did he say? He said we teach them how to farm, and then they take the land and then tell us to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. It was something like that. So I'm just looking at that, man, this whole thing. I'm like, and I think they knew that he knew that he was gonna get unalive. Malcolm knew that he was gonna get unalive when he did that little speech inside that church, and he said, I might not get there with you. Yeah, he knew he was gonna get unalive. I could see it in his face.
I mean, Martin.
Yeah. Yeah, he knew that he was gonna get unalive. I could see it in his face. It was one of his last speeches. Or if it was his last speech and it was inside of a church.
It was just on a Masonic building.
Mm.
Yeah, he was in a Mason's building. That night there was a bunch of tornado warnings and stuff. They weren't going to go, but they ended up going. Um, and then, him and his homeboys were in a hotel, and his one homeboy set him up because he said that he moved out the way so they can get a clear shot.
And he didn't even pass away at that spot too, because they took him to the
To the
doctor,
hospital.
and the
Mm-hmm.
nurse said
They
they,
suffocated.
mm-hmm,
Mm-hmm.
because they said basically he had too much power. Like I've been noticing that, like certain people that's teetering in between, they be paying attention to you to see if you teetering. Like Michael, I don't know if he did them things that he did, but he was teetering because he was. Remember his last little interviews and stuff like that. He said they're lying in the history books. I don't think they like to hear that from him.
Mm-mm.
They
I
say they're
heard.
lying in the history books. It's all a lie.
I heard the Queen was there when he was unalived.
Yeah, that's weird. And then remember, like think about it. They use them like because the record companies and the media companies, they'll tell you to do something. So the people behind the scenes will tell the person in their ignorance to just do something or say something on television, right? And you can see in their energy they don't really want to say it, but they say it anyway. Then they snap that moment, capture it, boom, replay it over and over again, over and over again, over and over again. So I'm like, I see the plans that they doing because I remember reading this little thing. They said they would recruit some of our own people, but they won't tell them the full story. They'll just recruit some of them and then use them as a way to control the rest of us. So they recruit them when they're young, like very small, like children age. But you can see they always having an inward battle. Like the people that's us, that's celebrities, they either go like insane or they having some type of inward battle. I've noticed that. All they either crying, always crying on the internet, or the internet saying that they're insane. But the ones that's never been like demonized in the media, or the ones that's like it just seems like everything a little too good, I'm like, them folks not us. Like even or they're mixed or something. Cause like your Will Smiths, your Dwayne the Rock, even Beyonce, they rubbing me the wrong way.
Me too. Me
They
too.
rubbing they rubbing me the wrong way. It's something about them. They give me the energy of West Africans.
Yeah, her mom looks like a witch to me.
Yep, they all give me dark vibes. So they must be doing some type of spells or some type of something. They doing something they not supposed to be doing. But they probably sold to the beast to get the power. Just like them Africans. Them Africans sold to the beast. And they probably be doing all types of stuff they ain't supposed to over there in that continent. Yeah, like Oprah and stuff like that. All of them is they weird. They give me weird vibes. Like a lot of these, yes, definitely Oprah. Yeah, a lot of them give me weird vibes. Tyler Perry, he give me weird vibes. Um, Even Kurt Franklin, he give me weird vibes. TD Jakes, all of them, they give me weird vibes. They don't feel like us. Not in its fullness, like a small degree. It feels like us, but the rest of it, it feels like something else, foreign. It feels foreign, like they're a mixed version of us. Like they're like 25% us, 75% something else. If that makes sense,
Hmm.
it's weird. Not even really sell out vibes. It's just like they feel different. They feel different. They don't feel pure, innocent. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I want us to tap back into certain things, right? Because apparently when we are operating in the things that we need to operate in, apparently this scares them. They know something about us that we fully don't know yet. We know a little bit about some things, but like I think they know something.
Yeah, that's why when you get pulled over, they have to have a whole bunch of cop cars for us because I think at any time they're scared we might activate.
They know something about us. They be acting scared. Cause when I was speaking curses on them, they started leaving. You know, they know something about us. And I be speaking curses on these people, and I think that's the reason why like they get scared, and I probably the reason why that cop did that lady like that when she said I rebuke you. Something happens, like something happens to they energy field when we say something against whatever they got going on in them. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the reason why they started. You know, they did that. He did that lady like that when she said I rebuke you. It did something to his body. He felt uncomfortable, but I do think that we just gotta pay attention to how we feeling. Yeah, I think we should pay attention to how we feeling more and more as time progresses. You know, and that's what you know what I'm saying. It's a beautiful thing. I really do. I think we should pay attention to how we feel. You know, oftentimes the world be like, oh, don't pay attention to how you feel. Don't do that. Don't pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to how you feel. Do that. Pay attention, man. And up here, just letting these people do that. No, man. Pay attention.
Yeah, I'm tapping into my feelings.
Yep. Me too. I think that's in the atmosphere or something. The energy. I was about to show that thing.
Oh,
Let's see. Now I'm gonna do it. I want to do a video on that. I want to do a video on that.
now braiding my hair now.
You braiding your hair? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing some knotless braids.
Yeah, I had to block Majestic. Goodbye, Majestic.
Who's majestic?
Somebody that's blocked. Yeah, I had to block Majestic because Majestic, yeah, he one of them. Worst thing,
It's so windy out here. It's so windy. I heard it's supposed to snow by the end of the week.
yeah. For me, I'm just letting you guys. I'm just letting you guys know how they think, how these Africans think, and these Africans, yeah, they doing a bunch of spell work. They are. Hmm. And also at the same time, y'all all already let me know when y'all be feeling stuff and y'all be saying, you know what I'm saying, like how Mr. Cross be trying to tell me, like, hey man, yo, stop talking. You know, when y'all be feeling stuff, y'all let me know, cause that's what we supposed to be doing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we no longer like we live in the old way, the world ways behind, so we can advance, so we can progress. So all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to step on no toes. No, we supposed to be this. This is time to be real with each other. This is time to be honest. Yeah, like the blacks are the ones that get mad when they hear something. When they know that it's not the intent to hurt to hurt. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's crazy, man. It's honestly crazy. I was thinking about doing something on the Hebrew Israelites too. I was going to tell them that they wrong. The Hebrew Israelite community, the camps. I think I should
Mm-hmm.
go. I think I should start going against them.
I agree.
Yeah, I think I should go against them because I ain't sitting up here saying that we're not so-called right, because it's not even really how you pronounce it, Hebrew. I'm not saying that we're not Hebrew, but what I'm saying is they're pushing the devil's narrative that we're from Africa. and they're also pushing other stuff um, that we're not supposed to be doing. Somebody, Barbara said they're so far gone. Yeah, we're not from there. I mean, why the French toast with a god, right? So called, right? Would a god put their special people in the middle of a desert in the middle of nowhere? Anybody ever thought about that? Why would you be placed, the special people be placed in the middle of a desert in one of the lowest places on earth, in the middle of a desert? What the French toast are you going to eat? So apparently, they're saying that we was all in the middle of the desert and everybody else had lush environment. Everybody else had lush environment, traveling the set, sailing the seas, training animals, having fun, dressed in gold. You know what I'm saying? Walking through the Amazon. You feel me? While we in the middle of the desert. Like, yo, man, no way, bro. No way, man. No. No, 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 no. Not happening. Not happening, man. We was not in the middle of no desert, bro. That's crazy. And then I think also it was one other group. It's a lot. Should I turn? How do y'all feel? Should I expose certain stuff before this election? I mean, before this not election, before before this whole thing, before people start talking about,
Before he gets inaugurated?
yeah, should I expose certain things before that happens? So
Yeah,
people,
up to
or
you.
or before like TikTok, you think I should go in a little bit? Because I think I should do it. Because honestly, I be thinking about like certain things, like, hey, you guys, I'm just gonna have to get. Yeah, I think it's time. Nine means completion. This is so called 2025. Nine means completion. I was just thinking about this. And
I don't know. I'm sorry. I think I got a spell or something on me. I can't take my mind off of something.
indeed,
For real.
yeah, we probably gonna I'm probably gonna have to go on ahead and just,
Expose it.
yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go on ahead and just go in because I don't know. I feel like after they just what everything with TikTok and when he gets put in office, I feel like a lot of stuff is going to like start happening. So I feel deep within my spirit, like my soul, like I should do this before that happens, so people can know what's going on. At least somebody, at least some people, at least several thousand, because it's not just the Africans, y'all. It's not just the Africans that's doing stuff. Uh, it's also who they made a deal with. So we gonna have to get into that because, like I told y'all earlier, the Africans are not even African. They're not from there. They're not even from that continent. So it's some crazy stuff. It is.
I don't got that much more to go. Yeah.
You say you don't know what?
Yeah, I don't have that much more to go. So, a lot, but not a lot. A few more hours. Then I'll go. I'm gonna go live tomorrow, maybe after I have my hair combed.
Man, who did they make a deal with?
The devil.
Yeah, the devil. They made a deal with the devil.
The devil. The devil with the D's.
The beast. They made a deal with the beast. That's why I said the devil will fool the whole world. That's exactly why I said that. The devil will fool the whole world. Even the Bible. The Bible. Ooh, there's so many things going on, man.
I told you we needed to get into that Bible.
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing it. I've been doing it. That's why I was able to, you know what I'm saying, like, figure some of that stuff out that I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we being played, y'all. We being played on a deep level. And I just, like, it's a lot on my mind. It's a lot of stuff that's going to hit the fan. It's a lot of stuff that's going to hit the fan. Oh my gosh. It's, because remember I was talking about it last time when you told me that was, you know, and you told me to take it off the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it teeters into that too.
I mean,
All
just,
of that.
you
All of
know
that.
what? We ain't got nothing to lose. Just bring it all out. Shit. I mean, shucks.
Love and
Thank you.
abundance. Yeah, we really don't got nothing to lose. You're right about that. They already gonna do what they gonna do. So yeah, you're right. Might as well. Might as well. So okay. Y'all with me right now?
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all with me? Drop a one if you with me. It's about to get real. It's about to get real diabolical. At first, I was gonna put this in my Patreon, but this ain't about money. This is getting real serious. This is getting real serious. This is getting real serious. I'm telling y'all, this is getting real serious. This some crazy stuff. This some crazy stuff. Okay, so and I also got a cold talk. So when they said that the people that was colonizing us and stuff like that, those people, of course, we know were the Africans, right? When they was coming
Mm-hmm.
over here trying to convert people and get them to convert to Christianity. Okay, let me tell y'all something. We are the original form. We had the original form of Christianity. I know some people can get caught back by that, but the form of Christianity that we're following today is the Antichrist version. Let me say that again. The form of Christianity that people are following today is the Antichrist version. Okay? There was an original form, and then you had the one we have today. All you guys got to do is look up the legend of Presta John. Redhead Presta. Red, his name was Presta Red or something like that. Red. Okay? Presta John. Okay? And over here, we had different kingdoms. Different kingdoms. Okay, that was sectioned off for different families. Now it was different categories for this. Okay, it was different categories, and we had to protect this land as a people. So I know some people try to say it was like this one big shebang. No, it was think about it. When y'all think about the that thing, it says what's the name of that song? One, or that little anthem, One Nation. What's the name of that thing I'm talking about? The national anthem?
Pledge of allegiance.
The Pledge of Allegiance.
One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
pledge
like think about
allegiance
it.
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. So with this, y'all, we said that we were one nation under IAH. Okay, that's where IAT comes from. That was I gotta watch what I say to a certain degree, but that's what they flip for God, right? IAH was what we use for God. Okay, okay, that's what we use. That's where the IAT come from. Okay, and that's where India come from. Okay, India, IAT. Okay, but there were different separations and different sections of us that had different territories that we guarded and protected, but we were one nation under the IAH. Okay, that's where that comes from. So you had your Amarus, who is in South America. You had your Haiti, right, in the islands. You had other different sections that inhabited over there by Mexico. You had the people that was living in Canada, and it was like there was the ones that protected the sacred land because Canada is extremely old and extremely sacred. Okay, it's extremely old and extremely sacred. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Haiti, Haiti. It was different sections. I can get into that later. I'm gonna show y'all, but it was all correlating within itself. So we had. I feel like the people that was in the islands, they had to protect the that section from being invaded. The people that was in LS up there in New York, they had to protect that from being invaded. The people that was in South America, like your Amarus and stuff like that, they had to protect that region from being invaded. Um, everybody had their own little section where they was inhabiting, but we was all the same. Now think about it. Now this is just a thought, right? Canaan, the land of Canaan. What happened in the first 5 books of the Bible? In the first 5 books of the Bible, the Israelites had to get possession of the land of Canaan. Think about it. What happened when Jesus went on the mountain in the New Testament? What happened when Jesus went on the mountain in the New Testament? And the devil said what to him? He said, hey, if you bow down to me, I will give you all of this. If you bow down to me, I will give you all of the land. Everything that you can see as far as your eyes can go, if you bow down to me. Right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Everybody went up, everybody grew up in church. That pretty much, not everybody, but a lot of people, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. If you bow down to me, I will give you all the land of the earth. Okay? Remember that? Now go back to the beginning in the Old Testament, in the first 5 books. What happened when the God of Israel, right? What did he say? He said, I will give you all of the land of Canaan, right? I will give you all of this land. So what did they do? To me, those two things is matching up. Because while we're in the Old Testament, the entity, right, say, I will give you all of this land, you have to go through and you have to unalive all these people and you will get this land. Then in the New Testament, it says, I will give you all the land if you bow down to me. This is what I was talking about when I said the Africans made a deal with the devil. This is what I'm talking about when I said the Africans made a deal with the devil. Israel, when you break it down, Israel means ones who fight God. That's what that means. It means ones who contend or fight God. That's what that means. That's exact. I was like, I broke this down because the Israel, to contend, God, to contend with God. That's what that means. So I was like, okay, so the ones that contend with God had to go into the land of Canaan to steal the land from these 7 nations that was trying to stop them from getting to the sacred holy land. Okay, who the French toast are these people? That we doing our ancestry, backtracking it. These turns out to be the Norse, the Danes, right? The Amarus, right? This tends to be a multitude of different people that we are the descendants of. That's, you see what I'm saying? We the descendants of these Norse, right? Of these Amarus, these Aieti, right? We their descendants. So they invaded us to steal the land of America. So who is Israel? The ones who fight God. Who are these people? Or contend with God? Who are these people? And you know what this tracked me back to? We already know. The Africans. and the Ethiopians. Look at how the Ethiopian queen, look at how the Ethiopian king walks side by side, right, with the Queen of England. Now we know, hello Barbara. Now we
Hey,
now we know,
hey, Kay.
okay, I think she's probably doing something or something.
Oh yeah, she busy.
Right, I'm driving.
Oh. Now
Yeah,
we
I'm
know,
driving. All right.
now we know that the Ethiopians, right? Right? The Ethiopians walk side by side with the Queen of England, right? The Queen of England is the beast lineage. That's why I said the Africans made a deal with the beast. They made a deal with the beast. And they started off in Asia when they made this deal. That's what happened. And then they used their beast counterparts to invade the land of modern Europe, where it wasn't really Europe, but they invade the land of Europe first to take that over. Then they invaded the land of Africa because they wasn't living in Africa either. They're not even from Africa. That's what I was telling y'all before. Africans aren't from Africa. They invaded Africa. They inhabited what we call India today, modern India today. That's where they made their deal, up in the mountains of the Himalayan mountains. They made a deal up there. They did something over there. Then they intermixed their lineage with the beast, which are the Dravidians. And their albino is the descendant, the Queen of England. So they always go back and forth to intermix their lineage with the beast. Right? Right? They go back and forth to intermix their lineage with the beast, the Antichrist, anti-India, anti-India, the Antichrist. The Antichrist is the Dravidians, the Indians over there. They're the anti,
Yes,
the beast.
that's it.
They are the
You
beast,
on?
right? Hence the
Yep.
reason, hence the reason, right? With their little albino Dravidian, right? They made a deal with the devil, Israel, right? I know some people make the translation Isis, Rael, but Israel is, it means to contend, and El means God, the ones who fight God. And the originals called themselves Asharallah or Yasharallah, which was feminine. They were matriarchal. The original Israelites were matriarchal. They were matriarchal. And then when the Israelites took over, it turned into a patriarch when they made a deal with the devil, right? They made a deal with the devil. Modern India. Modern India. They made a deal with the devil inside Asia, right? If you bow down to me, I will give you all the land of Canaan. The devil. Let's show. If you bow down to me, I will give you all of the land of Canaan. Let's show the little creature being again. Hold on. And the snakes. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find. We got this first. Right? Hold on a second. The goat man. Right? Hold on. The goat man, right? The beast, the ones who grow the ones who grow horns, right? The ones who catch lice, the beast. The beast, the ones that deal in sorcery. They are the beast, right? The ones that came out of the mountains of the caves. And then they positioned their idol god that you bow down and worship their the beast, which is the albino. It's crazy work. Hold on. And that's what you had to do. That was their sacrifice. For them to get control, they had to convert everybody into worshiping the beast, right? And you see the lineage of the beast still is around and about to this day. This is a Mexican. They sent the beast, right? This is a Mexican that y'all looking at, right? That inhabits modern day Mexico, which is originally where a lot of us is from. The beast is inhabiting the land of Mexico. Okay? Let's continue on. The beast is inhabiting the land of Mexico. Okay, right? And we fought this beast. Hold on. The dragon, the serpent, right? When they first came to this land, look, hold on, let me show y'all. When they first came to this land, we fought these monstrosities, and we called them the Bigfoot, right? When they were snatching people and then consuming them raw, right? As a sacrifice, as a sacrifice. Hold on, let me show y'all this. Let me see if I can find that artifact. Hold on, I gotta find it first. Y'all give me some. There we go. When the beast came here, right, and they said, I'll give you all the land of Canaan. It sent its children over to America to invade. That's when they seen the Bigfoot snatching people through the woods, Sasquatch grabbing people, taking them, consuming them, taking back into the mountains, right, with the underworld system, snatching people, right? Had to work from South America and then get to where we at today. You feel what I'm saying? You see what they hold in their hand? You see that? We was battling these Bigfoot beings that came over here invading us. That's what we were doing. But they eventually took over because they used sorcery, dark magic and sorcery, right? To take the land of Canaan, to take the sacred land. Hold on, let me show y'all this. Right? The beast, the beast sent these people.
Where they come from?
The beast, all right, he's blocked. The beast is the one that we're dealing with, right? This is the reason why they catch lice, and they try to explain it away by attacking your subconscious mind, telling you that this is a medical condition. This is their natural state. And they desire the consumption of raw BLOOD and raw flesh. Right? Hold on. They prefer that. Hold on. Right? Right? The beings that grow horns, tails, and fur all over their body. Beauty in the beast. Beauty in the beast. They laid down with the beast, okay, and integrated their lineage to create their societies. That's what they did. They created their societies within the mountains, right? Right? All for them to take the sacred land, right? The East Africans integrated themselves with the beast. Just the reason why they say they mixed. They came from Asia. They integrated themselves with the beast. That's why you saw what Haile Selassie walking side by side with the Queen of England, right? They would be considered the JEWs, Ethiopian JEWs, and the rest of the people that's interconnected with them are scattered throughout Africa and West Africa and South Africa today. Right? Right? Canada, the sacred land. That's what they had to do. All up in your face doing it too. All up in your face doing it. You thinking that this is a normal occasion, when really and truly, they a bunch of thieves. Ain't that right, East Africans that's watching? Ain't that right? All the ones that's sitting there silent. Ain't that right? Y'all secret diabolical invasion with the beast. That's the reason why y'all pretentious and y'all be talking out the side of y'all necks. All your little rituals y'all be doing in y'all land, right? Dealing with these Dravidians, right? That's the reason why the Dravidians and the Africans are all up in the sorcery, right? Pharmakia, right? Trying to prescribe you stuff, stick you in your arm with stuff that don't need to go there. Because they are the monstrosity, the abomination, false India, antichrist India. Because if we the Indians, then who the French toast are they over there? They are the antichrist. And when they invaded, they made their antichrist version of what we had over here. Their antichrist Christianity had to go into existence. The devil fooled the whole world. India, antichrist India. That's how deep this rabbit hole go. That's how deep this rabbit hole go. And so now they over here trying to integrate themselves, right? After they just unalive so many of us, right? They took over where they at now, took over Africa. Now they trying to take over America in its fullness. After they went through and unalived a lot of our kings, sliced their domes off, and then presented it to the beast inside modern Europe. Right? Because we was representation of the Hydra that they were depicting inside Hercules with the Greeks when they were slicing the domes off the Hydra heads. That's what that was about. Anybody seen Hercules when he said as one you cut one head off, another one grows? That's what that was about. They came over here unaliving our royalty because it was every time they would unalive one, they said another one would pop up. And yes, the rabbit hole is infinite. It don't even stop. Now we've reached this point in the game.
You notice how they try to give us their hair and stuff? We was talking about that the other day. How they cut their hair off and they put roots and SPELLs on them ladies. So yeah, that's how they be getting connected to y'all. They sell y'all the hair curse. I mean CUR, you know.
Yep. Now y'all see what I mean by when I be saying certain stuff. Are y'all starting to get it of what I was saying earlier?
Yep.
Right? What do y'all see? Look at this hand symbol. Now who else does that? Every single celebrity. Where is this located? India. See, they were kicked out of the sacred land. They was probably doing some type of wicked deeds. They were kicked out for some odd reason to be prevented from coming over here. and they was using sorcery to overcome us, and all types of stuff they were using to overcome us. Them East Africans, right? And what I mean by East Africans, I'm talking about all the main Africans that y'all be seeing, right? The ones riding camels, horses, all them animals that don't even come from those locations. Those are the same demographics that invaded you, abusing the animals that you possessed, abusing our animals over there, right? It's the reason why. Remember what they said? What happened to the Israelites? So they did some spell work with a lot of the text. They said the Babylonian captivity, right? Right? Babylonian Persia, right? Look at that. Now, who does that look like, y'all? Who does this look like? Really peep game on what I'm trying to tell y'all right now. Who does this look like today? Babylonian invaders of the original ancient ones. Who does this look like today? Anybody got the answer? Uh-huh. Those, yes, those East Africans, the same ones that Ruby Rose is, the same ones that the Weekend is. Uh-huh. The same ones that Playboy Cardi is are the same ones that invaded you. See, the silence speaks.
Valiant.
Yeah, Drake, all of them, the silence speaks. And they think Selassie, yes, it looks like Hasi Selassie. Exactly. That's the reason why they was walking side by side with the beast. All right. You know who it is? The England person. You know who I'm talking about. It's the reason why they always bowing down to that little albino beast. Now I wonder how the beast end up becoming an albino. Who has the albino gene the most? Who has the albino gene the most? For the beast to become an albino, who gave it the albino gene? Who has the most albinos? So the Africans have part of our ancestry, and the beast has part of the Africans' ancestry. You get it? It's the reason they walk side by side. And what they do, invaded you. They invaded you, man. Right? They invaded your land. As the ancient people of Canaan, the original Israelites. The Egyptians are the Israelites. So-called. They're not Israelites. We didn't call ourselves that. But it's so many different things that don't make sense. We didn't call ourselves Egyptian. We didn't call ourselves JEWs. We didn't call ourselves none of these things. They applied these things to us. When I think of Egypt, I think of Jip, stealing. JEW, similar thing, right? Think about Israelites. I told y'all means to contend or to fight or to wrestle. Why would I want to say I'm wrestling or contending with God? Who would want to call themselves that? I would love to say I walk with God. I don't want to contend or fight. That's the reason why, and what in the original Phoenician, which is the words we spoke, right? They speak square Hebrew Yiddish. We didn't speak that. Not that I've ever researched. We never spoke that. That's something that they created. when they made their antichrist religion.
Wow. It's good.
Y'all see them little dots they have on their symbols, right? With the Yiddish, y'all ever seen that? The dots they have.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me show y'all. Now, same thing with this, right? And I can't keep it on here for long,
Oh yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Those little dots they be having, it's the same. That was an Indian, that symbol and stuff like that. It's the same dots they be having with the Yiddish for vowels, right? For the vowels. Now, when y'all look at stuff like this, right? When Michael was trying to show y'all, right? When Michael was trying to show y'all, right? Michael was trying to show y'all the story. Get it? Get it? Beast man that attacked. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of us resonated with this thriller, right? Because he was showing a piece of our story of how the beast man, who was originally melanated, it wasn't albino, it was melanated, dark skin, and like that, right? And would snatch people in the woods to take over the land of Canaan, right? Beast man came through the woods, attacking. Here's the reason why they bowed down to it, right? Because it gave them the promised land, right? Because it promised them that we get the whole land of Canaan, right? Where the Haitians, the Amarus, the Indians, and in the Murs was dwelling, because it had to unalive us and give it to the Africans. That's why I said made a deal with the devil, right? Hold on a second. Right? That's when they turned our matriarch to a patriarch. Because the original Israelites was matriarchal. Anybody that's ever read the Bible know that. They was originally matriarchal, and what were they doing? Doing pancakes and giving offerings, right? And when they said a prophet came to them and said, "Hey, stop doing that," right? And they said, every time we stop doing this, right, we're just taking care of the earth, right, and doing certain things that we were doing, they said something bad happens. Remember that? Anybody know that scripture? Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. They said, stop doing that. And when they, anybody know what I'm talking about? When the Israelites, part of the Israelites was matriarchal, and the other part was going into something else, and they was going against each other, and they was like, yeah, stop offering up those pancakes. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Do this instead. And they said they offered up pancakes to Asherah, right, for 600 years. So my thing is, why did it take 600 years for, if we talking about God, see, we can't confuse God and the devil. You feel me? And Satan. We can't confuse the two when we read it. So if this is the case, right, and they was offering up stuff to Yasharallah or Asherallah, right, which is how the Israelites originally called themselves, was Asherallah, which is the same name that Ashara, which is Asherah, that's her name, matriarchal. They invaded the matriarch, to take possession of the land of Canaan, and they had to get them to go outside of what they were doing. Hence the Babylonian captivity, hence Mystery Babylon. False India taking over the sacred land of Canaan. We are the original Israelites. They are the Antichrist. We are the original. They are the Antichrist version. Hence the devil fooled the whole world. Get it? So they came over here, desecrated our temples. That's what y'all see in Mexico. Destroyed them. Right? Ran us out. We had to flee in all different types of directions because they had no regard for the young or the old. They would unalive the elder, unalive children, all for the sake for Africa to eventually take possession over the land. But at the end of the day, once you can't make a deal with the devil and expect good things to come to you, Africa. We see y'all shaking hands with Billy Gates. We see y'all shaking hands with the Ish people. I mean, dealing with all these other people, the Russians, and all these other people that said they are big Satan. Because think about it, the Trinity was originally a matriarchal type thing. Now it's a patriarch. Now it turned into something else. Something's not adding up. Because when you talk to the spirit, that's a whole nother thing, man, that I'm going to get into another time when it's just us. I'm going to talk to y'all about that when it's just us. But I just think it's very, very interesting how these entities thought that it was going to be a smooth ride. Nobody was going to be able to receive the message that the Antichrist is India over there. Crazy work. And they've been putting themselves with their movies to subconsciously program you to be okay with them walking around, right? By putting themselves in Beauty and the Beast and all these other movies and stuff like that, they put themselves in that the movies to make themselves appear like it's a normal thing to see somebody growing horns, right? Using sorcery using sorcery and makeup to make themselves look more appealing. But that lice always will tell you who the true beast is. The Lord of the parasites. Right? Parasites, pharmakia, right? All disease is parasites. That's the reason why I see Africans and Dravidians always being doctors. And they have to have a daily sacrifice and the benefit for the beast to consume flesh. Hence the reason why probably grave sites don't get bigger. Hence the reason why certain patterns of fetuses inside certain food, adrenochrome, all types of stuff, because the beast needs to consume certain things to maintain itself, to continue the job of giving the world to Africa. But at the end of the day, we know exactly what happens when you make a deal with the devil. That's the reason why in their eyes, they had that darkness in their eyes, the Africans. That's the reason why they hold so much secrecy about themselves. Right? It's a lot of stuff that's crazy. You know, the cross, the all that. That's all of our symbols, even the cross symbol. They try to convince y'all that it was bad. Right? Native Americans won't show y'all this. Hold on a second. Look at her necklace. All these old photos, look at her necklace. How can the Indians of America have the same symbol that India over there had? Unless one is the original and one is the anti. Right? One is the original people of Christ, right? Christ followers. And then the other one is the anti version of them. Right? And they flip the symbol the opposite way. They wasn't even inhabiting all these spaces they inhabit today. We control the entire earth, y'all. We control the entire earth. We maintain the entire earth. That's the reason why they find our structures, our buildings, our pyramidal structures everywhere. Even in Australia, all these people that inhabited all these lands were not originally there. They were not every place where y'all see ruins, whoever's around it, those are not the originals. I don't even care if they're melanated. Those are not the originals. Whether you go to Southeast Asia, Middle Asia, Eurasia, any place that y'all see ruins, those people are not the originals there. Those are the people that invaded those people there and probably consumed their bodies. This is not a game, big fella. This is not a game. This is not a game, bro. This is real life. Hold on. It's and this is the reason why y'all seen the Amazonians as well. Hold on, I can't even show that. From I'm gonna have to blur that out later. But now y'all know who y'all really dealing with in a further sense. Now y'all really starting to know who y'all dealing with a little bit more. Y'all dealing with the beast, the smartest beast in the field, and their counterpart who worships them, Africa. So that they can get the entire earth to themselves. They had to use the beast to get that power. Right? Y'all see the symbol around his neck? So if Christians are the ones that inhabited this land, this is going further. The necklace he's wearing, that's a Berber's type necklace that he got around his neck. Look at that symbol, that crescent symbol and that star. What a French toast is he wearing that? That's not a Christian symbol according to the modern narrative. That's not a Native American symbol. Why is this chief wearing a crescent and a star in the Burberry type necklace? Let's continue on, right? What does that remind y'all of? Don't that remind y'all of Islam, right? Let's continue. Look at that. Y'all see that Native American right there? Y'all see what he got on his head? It's that same crescent, that same crescent moon. Interesting. Let's continue on. Look at what this one is weaving. Huh? Why come these these Native Americans never show y'all this? That they came over here, right? Had to learn, right, in them schools, and they doing your symbols, right? Dressed in cotton garments, like they was dressed like that for thousands of years. Yeah, right. Right? Same style, how the Gullah Geechees do their stuff, right? Which clearly shows that they were taught with that symbol that you can find in India over there. So somebody working, apparently they work for the Antichrist, the beast. And they had a job to do. Why the French toast? Why are you making that symbol inside that basket? Why the French toast that other one have a crescent and a star in the middle? Huh? But then you see her, she got it too. She wearing it. And this was our symbol that they desecrated. They made it dishonorable in the eyes of the world. So we put it away. Yep. Right. Let's go back to that original thing I had on the screen. That's the reason why. Look at her headband. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. You guys gonna start hearing more about this now.
I always wondered about the hair thing, though. Um, and everything you just said, it makes sense. Because I always wondered, um, discovering our roots as Indians, who is these people? Because that's the first thing they always went to, too. Like, well, are you from India? That'd be the first thing they try to say, you know what I mean? Or they switch it from NAs to them. So I was trying to figure them out, too. I've really been trying to do more research on them people. So, yeah. And they don't like that at all. That's how I catch it because I see a lot of them.
Makes sense. Really makes sense.
Yeah, I be receiving stuff as I don't know, like some type of download or something.
They just tried to move that, the presidential stuff that just happened. They tried to move one in office. You see, she already in there. So you get what I'm saying? Like,
Look at the vice president.
yeah, you see how many of them been
Well,
confirmed?
let's slow up because that might. Yeah. Let's restart it because I want to keep the live that I did for this one. Let's come back. I'm gonna upload it on YouTube.
Okay. See you later.